Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Spellweaver. My name is Boltor, and I'm back to making videos about decks. I know I've done kind of this and that video and the other thing, but I've been working on my super secret project. Shh, don't tell anyone. As of late, and I think it's almost done. Still got to kind of go through some of the editing bits that could cause for or call for some reshooting, but hopefully it's all taken care of. And at any rate, I wanted to get back to focusing on decks. And this one deck is the one that I've been playing more than any other deck as of late, especially since the Steam release. And it originally came to us from Shoogle on the Spellweaver forum. I've tweaked the numbers a little bit here and there, just as I've played it. And it's a Zash control. It's a rage control. And I've been saying on this channel, I don't know how long, that I really, really, really want there to be a rage control deck. And I found one. Well, I didn't find one. Shoogle found one, but I copied it. So your basic control ability is Firestorm. Deal 3 damage to each creature. And I can't tell you how many times that alone has won me the game. Either elves or something, overextend a little bit, and just get caught overextending, and I zash them, and then it's just completely downhill from there. Or and the funny thing is like every single time they do that, I've got 1 or 2 Phoenix in play, and they're sitting there thinking, oh well, he's got a Phoenix in play, there's no way he's going to sacrifice his Phoenix. I'm like, yes, absolutely, I'm going to sacrifice my Phoenix. I was playing against an Enoch Swarm deck the other day, and he had like 10 zombies, and I had my 1 Phoenix, and he just kept playing and playing and playing creatures. And I was like, okay, shunk. Zash the Annihilator firestorms the board. My Phoenix comes back. He's got no board, no cards in hand. Guess what? Guess who's winning that game? So, at any rate, I want to jump in and start playing some games again. I want to get back to kind of what I was doing before. Take a deck, show how it works, show the spotlight of it, and then play some games with it, which I hadn't done in a while. My schedule's been really involved as of late, so that's pretty much the reason. So this opening hand is crap because it's got no shrines in it. So let's see what else we get. Not terrible, not terrible. Usually I like to open New Horizons just because it's spark out New Horizons, follow it up with like a Force Mage Protector or something. But instead we're just gonna spark out a Word of Fire to kill off his goblin. Soon as it's our turn. There we go. Alrighty, so gonna go Rage Shrine, Spark, Word of Fire, kill off his guy. Probably not the best use of Word of Fire, but we've got other options. I mean, we've got the Disquisitive Spirit and then the Force Mage Protector to follow it up with. So really, it's a very traditional control deck. Run your opponent out of resources, run them out of cards in hand, stall them out, and then just win with cards like Red Dragon, who wins games all on his own. As anyone who's played against it can tell you. I mean, I've played against it. I know just how crazy this card can be in a late game. And it's good because I'm very happy that we have a card like it in the game that can just win for control decks. And he's got nothing turn 2. That is big. That's very good for us. I'm actually going to send back the Red Dragon because we don't need it anytime soon. I'm going to get a Wisdom Shrine. Okay, so I'm actually going to go... Oh, you know what? Let's draw a card, because we might get another... Okay. Just pass, because we've got nothing we can play. The thing... Oh, I thought I heard something. The thing to remember about this deck in particular is, if you want to copy it and play it yourself, have fun, is that it requires 1 Wisdom level, and then everything else is just Rage. Every Wisdom card only requires 1 Wisdom level, and Word of Power gets better the more Rage levels you have. So the more Rage levels you can put in or put out, the better. So he's got a Disciple of Zash that he's going to put in the front row. No, back row. Is he going to keep dancing? Do shuffle. Do. All right, I don't want to get called on. Let's throw out the Disquisitive Spirit. And the reason we're going to throw out the Disquisitive Spirit is because if he wants to use 1 mana to hit this and give us a card draw, that's fine. And it's also going to set him back because he won't be able to play a 3-drop. He'll only be able to play a 2-drop. So if he wants to kill this, then he's got to not play a Gibbo and Roni. Maybe he plays a Fireworker or something, you know what I mean? So, and besides, we don't really care if it dies because we get a card draw. Gonna work towards getting our Phoenix because our Phoenix is actually a great anti-aggro card. Or maybe I think maybe next turn we definitely Fire Blast. No, come on, move it back to the front row. Hey, the front row, please. Please play with the front row. Oh, I really hope he moves that to the front row. I love getting full board clears with Fire Blast. So we are gonna block it. The only downside to this control deck is it's got no life gain. So your life is something you gotta constantly kind of keep in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? So you've got to just bear in mind the fact that you have no life gain. So we're just gonna go ahead and play on curve. We're gonna kill this guy just because I don't want to leave the chance that he. I mean, I could have played the Force Mage Protector, given it the shield, and basically said, "Come at me." But if he's got like a ping and then a fireball to kill it, then that thing stays alive. And the Firebrand Goblin is one of those things where if you leave it alive, it can snowball. So it's better to have it just dead and out of the way. So we'll see what he's got for 4 mana. I'm thinking maybe Gibbo and Roni. Basically, as long as we can build towards, as long as we can survive to Firestorm, the Firestorm is really what helps us kind of tip the battle in our favor. You know what I mean? Especially if Junior Bay here extends like he is now. Really, the having the Firestorm is what allows us to win the game, because it kills just about everything just about outside of Dominion, right? Okay, so we drew a Word of Fire. So we can Word of Fire, play the Disquisitive Spirit. He pings it, plays out a Gibbo and Roni, helps extend into the Firestorm. I'm actually going to get another Shrine. Okay. So we want to make sure we can hit the Double Rage, because Double Rage is really important. So I play the Phoenix, he fireballs it. This gets too big, or I can still block something. Let's see. Could be up to 5 mana. Let's see. What are my alternatives to playing Phoenix? I could Word of Fire that, play a Spirit. Word of Fire that, play the Power Engineer that he pings and trades, or pings and fireballs. But if he's fireballing that, he's not fireballing my face. So let's actually... Ooh, that's really good. But first, let's Word of Fire this and see what we draw. Always draw cards first. Okay. And here comes the Force Mage Protector. Like I said, if he pings this, he's down to 4 mana, assuming he doesn't go up to 3 levels. He pings this, fireballs it, or pings this, Words of Fire it, then it's not burn going to my face, and he's got to spend mana killing this as opposed to furthering his board, which is fine by me. And we'll just see what he's got, because the shield emblem is probably best against a deck like, or an aspect like Rage, because they have no hard removal like Noxious Fumes or Assassinate would just kill the Force Mage Protector, whether he's got the shield or not. But Rage really only has the ability to deal damage. You know what I mean? Is he pointing that at my face, or is he really going to waste it on the Force Mage Protector? I didn't think so there, buddy. Oh, can't block. That's fine. I just counter and attack. I just counterattack it on his turn anyway. So what else do you got? What else is coming at me, Junior? Huh? Boiling Blood. That's fine. So I take 4 damage. That's fine. Doesn't really matter to me. That's fine also. Again, he's just emptying his hand. You know what I mean? He's got 2 cards in hand, and I'm 2 turns away from from Firestorming. So if I draw a Fire Blast, then it's just GG, right? Do I really need to play the Phoenix? No, I feel like I really need to kill both of those and establish some blockers. So, we're going to draw a card. We're going to get a New Horizons that I could play and get the Rage I need. But let's see, what else can we do? We're definitely going to throw one of these Flash Freezes at his creature, and I think it just doesn't really matter which one. Although, we could wipe his board and basically just sit on the Firestorm. We don't really need to throw it out there because I can take out his Disciple of Zash as well. So let's just do this. Let's throw out the Spirit, trade, Flash Freeze. Yeah, I like that. We'll trade or kill his guy because we're not really trading. He's got no mana to spend to Fireball or anything. So he loses his shield, but it's fine. We still have a 2/2, and we're gonna throw out our 1/1 speed 3 blocker in case he's got a Ramgak, right? Ramgak hurts. Ramgak's not fun to play against. I still, from before the Steam release, before the Steam patch, this guy was in the deck and he hit artifacts and spells. Now he just hits artifacts. I keep him in basically for the matchup against Dominion because of the implants. He's not all that great against He's not really all that great against other decks. Like this one probably doesn't play any artifacts, probably doesn't play any totems. But I mean, he's still a 2/1 blocker. He still kind of comes out and does stuff. So I keep him in just because I really don't know what else I would replace him with. Maybe some early game like, oh, I don't know. Maybe Fireworker would be better just because it's a 2/2 as opposed to a 2/1. But I do have cards with energy, although he doesn't allow Phoenix to come back because Phoenix needs 3 and he only gives 2. But the fact that he can give basically a new Force Mage Protector another trigger of his ability, it's always nice. So he's going to throw Ramgak. He was originally going to trade. Now he's going face. Either way, we're throwing the Spirit in front of him, right? We don't want to take 3. He'll probably summon out the Goblin token to hit us for 2, and there's nothing we can do about that. But next turn, we're just going to play our Phoenix, or we're just going to tribute to the Fire Lord to kill this. So, actually, if we're just going to do that, we might as well kill off his Goblin token here, right? Because if we're just going to kill that, then there's no reason to sacrifice our Goblin there. So, what we know now is we know he's got a fire or a Dragon Fire in hand, so he's got 5 burst. So what we really need to focus on is so we discard probably the perfect card of our hand to discard. So what we have to do is we actually have to start pushing some damage. Red Dragon is kind of the only burst we have right now, so we actually want to start pushing damage when we can. We've still got the Phoenix for blockers. We've still got we still got a creature to kind of stave off damage, but what we've got to do is we got to kill him before he draws enough mana and or cards to just burn us to death. So next turn we're just going to play the library guards, see what we draw. Might throw out the New Horizons just to get us the 3rd level in Rage, just so if we do draw a Red Dragon, we can play it. We don't have to worry about doing that. So we'll see what he has. We know one of the cards in his hand is a Dragon's Breath. We'll see if he drew anything else to play this turn. Thanks to the way Spellweaver works, if you play a spell but don't target anything with it or don't actually cast it, it goes back in your hand. You still show. Now he's got 3 cards. He must have been Divine Offering. So where's that Dragonfire going? If it's going to our face, I feel much better. Nope, he's still not casting it. So that can't block. He must have a Ramgak. Nope, now he's playing the Dragonfire. He throws the Dragonfire at our face. So he had how much mana? He's at 1 mana now. So not really sure why he made my guy unable to block. Unless he doesn't. There's no speed 1 or there's no 1 mana swift creatures. So now we just throw out blockers and swing in for 5. So he might have another Dragonfire. He might not. We're actually going to send no, let's hold on to all this. Because, like I said, if we draw a red dragon, we're at 6 mana, we can New Horizons for the Rage Shrine and then then play the red dragon. So, while I'm not super confident in the position we're in at 7 life, because Dragonfire plus Fireball just wins the game for him, we could be in a worse position. You know what I mean? We're in a decent position to where he has to have 2 exact cards, or I mean, he could have Dragon's Breath, but that's 8 mana. He can't play that yet. So we're in an okay position. We're in a to where only the perfect hand beats us, and next turn we can push. What is that? 6 damage. Okay, so we didn't draw. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually just going to send away the New Horizons that I just said I was going to hold on to, but it's really not that big a deal. There's a Fire Blast. Okay, so first things first, Ancient Wisdom to draw 2 cards and see what we draw. More Ancient Wisdom. That's funny. So Force Mage Protector and a Disquisitive Spirit go out. Let's just throw him out there. Swing for 6. Put him to 7. And then what do we throw our new shield on? Because we have a shield token. Let's throw it on our Disquisitive Spirit that can block. Because we've got the Flash Freeze, Disquisitive Spirit now kills anything that he might attack us with. So now we'll see if he's got either the burn to finish us off or we win. Basically, those are the 2 options. Either we win because any swift creature he plays we can block, or he has the straight burn to just kill us. The Boiling Blood isn't going to work, unfortunately, Junior. The Boiling Blood isn't going to give you what you need. So, GG, Junior. I don't know, that sounded funny in my mind. GG, Junior. So there's a Massive Assault. Again, not really going to accomplish anything for you. So that's the card he was holding on to, was Massive Assault. I don't know if he just drew it, but probably something he should have played earlier on. Again, he probably just drew it. So he does pass, and just for sake of finality, we are going to Flash Freeze his Goblin, and we don't even need to do that. We can just kill it off and swing for guaranteed lethal. So that was a game with Zash Control, a deck that I've been having super fun with. I haven't taken it into Ranked just because I don't play Ranked, because I don't have the time to dedicate to Ranked. But I really wanted to just kind of get back into the swing of things. I wanted to make another video with some gameplay. And because the game itself took 15 minutes, I'm going to just go ahead and call it here. This is going to be the only game I play. You guys really like the deck? Comment below. You know, like, comment, subscribe, the whole thing. You like the deck? I'll do a longer video where I do... one of the things I was going to do back in the beginning of my channel is I did a... where I kind of did a spotlight of the deck. I talked about the cards in it, and then I did one game, and then later that week or next week or whatever, I did a longer video where I played multiple games with it. And yeah, that actually seems like a good format to kind of fall back into. So let me go ahead and run down some of the cards that are in the deck. New Horizons, obviously ramp, because you need ramp to help keep up with aggro decks. Like I say, turn 1 Spark of Initiative into New Horizons gets you out a turn 2 like Force Mage Protector. You know what I mean? And having a Force Mage Protector or a or the turn 2 or in early Library Guards could really just help stop aggro right in its tracks. You know what I mean? And it can just help you really stave off the early game. Fire Blast is a miraculously effective card in this format. A lot of stuff dies at 3, and a lot of stuff you can either reduce to 1 life, or you can, or actually just has 1 life. Flash Freeze is your removal for big creatures. It also works really nice in tandem with Fire Blast. You have Flash Freeze something, and then Fire Blast on the end of your opponent's turn. Then on your turn, you Fire Blast. It kills whatever you pointed at, and a bunch of other stuff. It's got your, it's got your usual card draw engine: Ancient Wisdom, Disquisitive Spirit, Library Guard. Red Dragon is your finisher. I usually play him with 6 mana, just because Usually that's just when I get around to playing him. So either I like New Horizons into him, or I play him with Force Mage Protector to give him the shield emblem, or someone else the shield emblem. Yes, you can cheat him out with Ultra of Dragons, but I never really usually rely on it. Pretty much whenever I'm using Tribute to the Fire Lord to kill, I'm actually wanting to kill something. Like I'm wanting the 3 damage to hit something, and I don't really... I mean, yeah, having the free 5/5 speed 3 blocker is great, but, you know, usually it's the 3 damage I'm actually hoping for. So I usually try and use it when I don't have a dragon, when I don't have a red dragon in hand. Again, I may take out Gnome Power Engineer. He's doing all right for me, just because, like I said, implants are a big deal. So, especially Helm of Dominion, being able to drop this guy and kill off a Helm of Dominion that's taken my red dragon. And even if especially if I'm able to give it, you know what I mean, if I'm able to give my Force Mage Protector another shield emblem that he can use. And like I said, it's really Zash the Annihilator, his hero power, that really lets you control the board. There have been games where I've Firestormed like 4 times in order to win. And it's great. I mean, it's a lot better suited to a deck like this now. Originally, it was Firestorm, deal 3 damage to each creature and each player. So you're actually hurting yourself more than you were helping yourself in a situation like that. So now that it's just the board, it doesn't affect heroes, it's actually kind of a lot better, at least in a control deck. And like I said, I really wanted there to be a control deck for Rage, because I love like burn-based control decks. Phoenix, as you saw in that game, is one of those cards that when it hits the board, it's so hard to get rid of for your opponent. Except for Helm of Dominion, but that's why we got the Gnome Power Engineers, right? But like when the Phoenix hits, they have to devote so much, so many resources to killing it, that it's such good value. And the fact that you play the Phoenix and then maybe the following turn you Firestorm and their board is gone and you still have a Phoenix or 2 is just a big deal. If you can wipe their board clean and still have a 3/3 speed 3 blocker in play, I gotta tell you, it really just turns the tide of battle in your favor, especially if your opponent has overextended and really has like no cards in hand. What changes when I make to the deck? Not really anything. I mean, if I don't see Fire Blast ever stopping or ever not being a good card. But I mean, if you really feel like you need extra reach, you could fit in like a Dragonfire or 2, although Dread Dragon is kind of Dragonfire on legs. But I mean, if you don't have Red Dragons because you're a new player, you know, you could replace these with 3 Fire Blasts, or Dragonfire, excuse me. There are 4 Fire Blasts in the deck. 3 Dragonfire. You might actually be able to. I wouldn't take out Ultra of Dragons, but you know, it's really good. But I mean, if you don't have it, it's not absolutely necessary. It's just really nice to have. You could, in theory, replace the Ultra of Dragons with Fireballs, just because it's the same amount of damage. I mean, it's not every 3 turns, but it's still the same amount of damage. Phoenix and Word of Fires are too good and Fire Blasts like these 3 probably couldn't afford to replace, but hey, if you find something that works for you, go for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I know I do. Like I said, I'm so happy that there's at least a decent Rage control deck. And I haven't taken it in ranked, but that's because I just don't play ranked, because the fact that you have to keep fighting to maintain your position, I just don't have the time to devote to that. I hardly have time to devote to making videos, so I don't really play ranked. But if you're looking for just to grind out quests and win some games on friendly, hey, what do you know? This is a really good deck for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys check out my other videos. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, the whole 9. I make this channel for the Spellweaver community. I don't make any money off of it. I do this simply for fun, simply for the community, and simply for all of your enjoyments. So I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, may the cards rise to meet you, and bring good RNG to your enemies' enemies.